The NFC North is another interesting division. I'm going to talk about the Packers and Lions, two teams that are vying for division supremacy. Last year, the Lions won their first division in almost 30 years, and the Packers, despite having a rough start, were able to sneak into the playoffs and become the first ever 7 seed to win a playoff game and very nearly beat the 1-seeded 49ers in the divisional round. Now, Jordan Love is back, and they made some additions on the offensive side. They brought in Josh Jacobs and brought in Xavier McKinney in free agency, some big moves to bolster the defense and also replace Aaron Jones at running back. Offensively, I think they're going to be up there with one of the best in the league. I want to see how their defense really pans out, but despite Detroit being probably favorites to not only win this division but also represent the NFC in the playoffs, I do think that Detroit is vulnerable at times just because they are a team that now has some experiences to get to the NFC Championship game, but they also can be vulnerable just being a young team. This is a very young team, and they're finding their way, and last year we saw on Thanksgiving that these Packers were able to beat the Lions on Thanksgiving. And that was a sign that the Lions, they're good, but they're maybe not an elite team just yet. I do think they're an elite team, and that gap is probably going to be pretty close yet again, but the Lions, I think, just have a little bit more. They've made some moves in this offseason to put them into not just Super Bowl dark horses, but Super Bowl contenders this year. Jahmyr Gibbs is going to probably get a bevy of the carries, and you're going to see David Montgomery be the change of pace back maybe. You're going to see Jared Goff take another step forward. I think he is a guy severely underrated for the Detroit Lions. He gets a lot of jokes, but I think he's a very good quarterback. And this offense is going to be fun to watch. Jameson Williams, we're waiting to see if he breaks out this year. And the defense, I think, in the secondary has made some really good moves. Carlton Davis from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers is going to be a nice move for them on their secondary. They brought in Terrion Arnold from Alabama in the draft, their first-round draft pick. They traded up to get him. I think that was an excellent selection. I think Sam Laporta is going to be the best tight end in this conference. George Kittle has been there for years, and credit to him. He's probably he's going to be a Hall of Famer when it's all said and done. But Sam Laporta has already bursted onto the scene. I think he's going to be a very popular fantasy pick for many people. Not only that, but I think he's just going to be one of the best tight ends in this league. Maybe not to Kelsey's level, but close. And that's why I'm going to say that looking at how Detroit finishes is going to be close. Maybe they split, but I think Detroit just has a little bit more, and they win this NFC North division.